Yo, what's up, guys? And today I'll be reviewing season 2 of the Sidemen Inside Show. Just finished it about 10 to 15 minutes ago. Recording is late or early, I guess, on the East Coast. 1:51 a.m. Just binge watch like all throughout the day. Obviously take some breaks to watch like college basketball, do other things in my life. But from like episode 4, I fell asleep last night around like 3 a.m. like 30 minutes to go in episode 4, and then ever since then I've watched 5, 6, 7. I just finished watching 8, which was the reunion with all of them going back to London, which makes sense if you're watching like the streams of like DDG and Jason. They've been in London, and maybe wondering why they all in London. Well, it was for the reunion, so there's that. They're also streaming as well, like Jason had a stream with PK, Toby had a stream with Maya, and then DDG was there, and then they had a whole party with like a lot of people from the Inside cast that went there. And then there was a stream where they were watching the Inside shows like as it came out daily. The last stream I saw was Jason, Maya, and DDG together, and I still have to catch up on like the YouTube videos and all that. But let's get into the Inside season 2. So season 1 I honestly did not watch. I didn't even know they even had a show, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, this series put me on. Like, I've obviously watched the Sidemen videos, the 20v1, the Charity Master, all this and that, KSI, you know, Road to Shaw, all these guys. Like, I know these guys, but this really made me be like, yo, I really gotta make sure I'm really tapped into Sidemen. But overall, I give the Sidemen Inside Show season 2 an 8 out of 10. The starting off from the beginning, as good as an American. It's good to see DDG. I've been watching DDG for a while, since I'm 22 now, since middle school, when I got a PS4 for my 2K heads in the 2K community, 2K17. I was watching a YouTube video on there. He did a breakup prank that was hot at that moment. It still probably is now. So I was been watching breakup pranks on girlfriends. He had one of his ex Essence where he was at Central Michigan University, still living in dorms. Yeah, I've watched DDG for a while. I've been listening to music for a while. When he was making his first song that I remember listening to was Balenciaga. So yeah. And then Jason, I didn't know Jason really until he was in FaZe, but I've been seeing a lot of him more recently, like streams, like his YouTube. I saw his video not too long ago, like 2 months ago. He did a 24-hour challenge where he survived off of like $1 and worked his way up to like a hotel. Remember he's eating like this club sandwich. So I'm definitely tapped into those. And then Sin as well, and again from the 2K community, she did a whole like marathon live stream with my boy Agent Zero, and then recently she did a sisathon with Valkyrie, Pokimane, herself, and I believe Emeru, and they had that viral clip with that weird guy that was like trying to like attack them because they didn't want to give him what he wanted or something. Just an absolute weirdo, just needs psychiatric help. So I knew them, so I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna be tapped in. I'm gonna see what this is talking about. Season 1, again, I did not even hear about it. I didn't even know what was going on. But yeah, let's get into it overall. I know there was a viral clip of DDG with Patrice and not knowing who he is. I'll be honest with y'all, I didn't know who Patrice ever was as well. I looked him up. He had like $19 million in career earnings, just not including endorsements, and I saw he had like a $14 million house. I'm like, okay, Patrice, you do not need this money. They've been telling him the whole series, brother, you do not need this money. You're about to go back to Dubai. Like, brother, shout out to brother. I think they said he's like a left back. He was like a legend. So shout out to bro. I did not know who he is. I'm a football, not football like y'all call it in the UK or London, but American football, basketball, football, baseball, a little bit of hockey here and there, and I dabbled in the soccer. I mean, I'm a big Lionel Messi fan, so as a kid I usually would watch just solely like the El Clasico games and things like that nature. And then the MLS, I mean, I'm from New England, I live in New England. I guess my team is the New England Revolution, but it's like I don't really watch the games like that. I mean, like once in a blue moon, but it is what it is. So overall, Patrice, I mean, he was a cool guy. Again, I didn't know who he was previously to watching this, but he looked familiar. I looked him up. He looks very familiar. I've seen something of him. Just don't quite know where I saw him, but I have seen something of him for sure. Like he's unintentionally funny. Mandy and PK, again, didn't know who any of those 7 contestants were outside. I think I've heard of George, but I did not know who Mandy and PK were. Mandy and PK were hysterical. They were spending a lot of money. PK was lying his ass off. He's like, I'll tell you the truth, but I'll never tell you a lie. Bro, you literally lied the whole show. What are you yapping about? Like, bro, you gotta stop this troll. Yeah, he was just buying stuff. He got like, at a point, like 3 meal upgrades. He was just buying stuff just to buy stuff. He hid a chocolate bar, like a big chocolate bar, in, what was it? In Mandy's bed, and then he ended up voting her out, and then, oh my god, the end of the reunion, I'll get into that. That was hysterical. That was absolutely hysterical. Shout out to Farrah, bro. When I first saw Farrah, I was like everybody else. She's so loud, so obnoxious. Like, what is wrong with I think it's Farrah. I know DDG was like saying like Farrah, but she wasn't like correcting me. Everybody else was saying Farrah, but they have like that UK accent, so it's like, I don't really know. Shout out to y'all though. Shout out to y'all. Yeah, she definitely grew on me, and people were like, oh, you want to make it, they want her to get the money, things of that nature. Like, then she was crying. I'm like, damn, I kind of feel like that's rooting for Farrah, but it's like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I'll get into it though. I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I'm really tapped into DDG, so I was seeing that he was doing streams with like Maya, and he had like his like live channel for streams. He was he had a couple videos on there. I was like, oh, because I'm not gonna lie, the first couple episodes, obviously we don't know what the editors like edited out. They've said, like, people on the show that I've seen, they edited out like a good amount. I mean, I did the math. There's around like 168 potential hours, give or take. 724, if my math correct, if I remember off the top of my head. 24 times 7 is that, yeah, 168, give or take. Obviously they slept, but we only got at the most like 50 minutes per episode, and there were 7 of the episodes before the reunion. And 50 times 7, let me look this up, 350 hours. I mean, Jesus Christ, 350 minutes, and 350 minutes in hours is 5.8 of a possible like 168, again, give or take, because you don't know if they even had the full 24 hours the first day, but again, give or take, but we're going on track for right now for sure. Not gonna lie to y'all though, Maya, then I know who she was. Shout out to her. Maya, you are some fine shit. Let's just call it a spade. Dylan, I again didn't know who he was either. He was a TikTok news reporter. Shout out to bro, but he got packed up like the second day. Not gonna lie, they said he was sleeping at like 8:30. He wasn't really bonding with the group. He really wasn't having like conversations. He was just trying to get his beauty sleep and get ready for the challenges, and they were all bonding. He was just asleep, so they gotta pack him up. KSI, bro. KSI's laugh when he smelt that disgusting when Farrah spit and he just didn't make a face like it was normal. Like, KSI, brother, you are a menace to society. Like, he just kept laughing, waking people up on like the intercom. It felt like bringing me back to like elementary, middle, and high school, where intercom with the principal and reading the daily announcements. I'm like, imagine somebody waking you up like that. That's probably how people feel that are in the army. Like, y'all got it. The challengers were really, really cool. Shout out to George. The challenges that I really liked, starting off at the beginning, the silent library one where they had the headphones. I believe that was the one. Maybe, I don't know. It wasn't the one with the headphones. There was another one like that. Also the pie in the face challenge where they had to be quiet. Or was it not the silent library, but they had to be quiet. If they made a noise, they would take pounds away. Oh yeah, I've also gone through this whole thing. I forgot to mention the beginning pool was £1 million, which is more in the US. And basically what you had to do, you were in a house with 10 different contestants. The contestants were, I just had this loaded up, Cinna, DDG, Dylan Page, Farrah, the Shams Sharani, I'm gonna say like Shams, Farrah Shams, George Clark, Jason DeWeen, Mandy, Vakili, Millie Joe McLaughlin, I found out was the same age as me, 22 years old. Shout out to her. Maya Mills, Patrice Evra, PK Humble, and Whitney Adebayo. Shout out to my boy Bam Adebayo. I don't think they have any relation, but shout out to them. I've been seeing people randomly with like the Adebayo last name. I saw somebody else on college basketball in the tournament recently have the last name Adebayo as well. I'm like, oh. Then I sure people said I was like a common Nigerian last name. I'm like, okay. Fairs, heard you. But yeah, they had the pie in the face where they would just cock it back and boom. That was hysterical. DDG had one and he went. I think was it like Millie where he just and like it was somebody on the like sidelines of whatever like made a noise, something like that. They had like a noise meter. They would deduct money like 10,000 or 20,000 pounds. It was absolutely just hysterical. They had so many insane challenges. The spiders and the rats on you when you were in the middle of answering a question off the like sheet, like hell no. Getting shocked randomly. Who was that? Like Jason and somebody else, I forgot who. Just eating the most heinous combinations of food. Like they had like this fish and thing that Farah drank and she had to like spit it out and JJ just didn't make a face. Just an absolute menace to society once again. Yeah, I'm good on that. Y'all got it. Hey, y'all got it. I'm still stunned about that second elimination of Mandy. Mandy was the most surprising one. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was Farah. I thought PK was gonna eliminate Farah. So when Dylan to Farah, I'm like, I mean Dylan to Mandy, I was like, damn, Mandy? Kind of feel like Mandy and PK were kind of like cool too. I'm like, damn. But it was like collective. It was like Patrice as well, but it was more so obviously of PK's choice. Not gonna lie to y'all again. Shout out to Millie. Millie is fine. It was something this year ago, but it is what it is. And Whitney, she had a temptation of being a birthday party, and that was like her 27th. So shout out to Whitney. The lights out game was valid. I did like that. I did like the lights out game. I like the night watch game too, where they all had to like, you know, be on go and go to the room and have these different temptations and put the code in. What was it like 7583? Yeah, that was fire. I like how they initially based the elimination on people like disagreeing, like Maya when she had like the Van Cleefs and the Cartier. Base it off of who deserves the money the most. Somebody got Patrice out of there, so I was kind of rooting for my dog PK or Farah to win because they need it. DDG don't need the money. Jason don't need the money. Cinder don't need the money. Maya, I mean, the way she presented herself, she don't need the money. You feel what I'm saying? Patrice damn sure don't need the money. So yeah, that was definitely valid. Grateful from Jason. I didn't know that the 30K that he spent there, the 30,000 pounds, he spent that on what's it called, to be in the Sidemen charity match, and basically they had $1 million. I took a couple of pictures of what was in the shop. So the shop was where they had to buy different items like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and they had like things you could buy like games as well. So one of the things I took was from the shop a hot shower per minute, 1,000 pounds. By the way, PK took like a 25-minute shower, cost 25,000 pounds. Don't know if anybody even knew unless they obviously rewatched it. I mean, just watch the show. Group meal upgrade, 25,000 pounds. Meal upgrade, which is basically just, you don't want to eat rice and beans, you go ahead and do that. I was 4,000 pounds. Farah stress balls, personalized, 10,000 pounds. Lou, where the George they can put out like on the tennis table, like, you need help, buddy. Not tennis, but table tennis, or ping pong, whatever you want to call it. Are they the same thing? I don't know. Energy drink, 4,000 pounds. 50 drinks, 750 pounds. Iced tea, 400. Iced coffee, 400. Blueberry muffin, 2,500. Chris, 2,000. Freeze dried sweets, 10,000. Cow milk or oat milk, 4,000. Tea bag, 400. And sugar, 400. I think I had another one as well. I want to say it was, yep. Table tennis ball, 10,000 pounds. Clock, 10,000 pounds. Football, 5,000. I don't know if that was American football or soccer ball, what should we call it? Wax strips, PK used that. 1,000. Cow milk or oat milk, yep. Sweets, 5,000. Chips and dips, 5,000. Profit rolls, I don't know what that was. Luxury chalk ice, 1,500. One thing I heard, they had like this meat Munch Paws Crisps and like this pot noodle. Again, I don't know what any of these UK things are, so they had all that as well on the shop. And also the last part I want to get into was the end. So like I said, the Night Watch game was hysterical, especially the one with DDG and Maya, where they had the food temptation, where they were like, oh, here's the temptation, he eats his food, doesn't like lose any money, but you have to finish it all when they close the door, or you got to finish it all, and they didn't finish it all, and then they lost like 15,000 pounds, which is generally hysterical. Jason clutched up, shout out to him. He had his first game where he had to hit a paper ball shot into like a little basket. He was like, oh, I used the hoop. He misses and he lost like 15,000 pounds. And then again, they give him an opportunity. He has 3 different chances to go and hit the shot. Miss, clutches up and hits the last one. Shout out to Jason. The narrator, I forgot his name. What was it like? They said at the end, what was it like? Was it Stephen or Stephen? I think it was Stephen Try. Shout out to him. I saw he was a YouTuber, missed like comedy videos. Bro, he was glazing George like there was no tomorrow. I don't know what's going on with Stephen Tries and George, but hey, I don't know. I'm not tapped in. But man, he was talking about his ass. He was talking about this and the third. Hey, bro, George, get your mans, bro. That man was, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to bro. Jason clutched up at the end again with that. That was fire. Great DDG baiting George to get him out. Good ass ending with at the end Senna, PK, and Maya all winning because they had a pyramid game. DDG unselfishly lets Maya win, says that his pyramids had eliminated, it was safe eliminated. PK does an amazing thing, admits that his box is safe, his pyramid is safe, and he keeps Senna in. And thankfully, I'm not gonna lie, I was wondering, were one of those couple gonna go ahead and, you know, steal? Thankfully they didn't. They all split and they left with over $97,000 each. Really good ending, good reunion. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I definitely gotta tap more into the Sidemen after watching this, which is honestly really good. They said the next version is the US edition. I saw some people saying they're taking a couple of week breaks, like 2-week breaks. What they say, Pokemon, Sketch. I don't know if it was a troll tweet, but I saw clicks maybe there as well. So I think it's gonna be in the UK. It's gonna be maybe solely just US people, because this was US and people from the UK as well, or London, or, you know, people of that nature. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, overall, really good season. The challenges were great. Shout out to the Sidemen. I want to shout all of them out individually, I guess, because they all, like, the one I really walked away with a lot, I was like, oh, shout out to Toby, man. Shout out to Toby for real. These Sidemen real quick. So obviously we got KSI, we got Harry, aka you know, W2S, Road to Shaw, Mini Minter. You got Toby, Ethan Payne, Vixar. I remember watching a lot of him in Fortnite, and what's his name as well, Zerka as well. So shout out to hello. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Really good season of Inside. How did y'all feel about that? I'm not gonna lie, I don't really watch shows like this, like of people like together like a week. I never really watched them like this before. So if they keep having really good people that if they end up having really good contestants that I know and I'm fond of, I continue to watch. But hey, I saw like in the middle of like season 2 they had Phantom in season 1. I didn't even hear about that. I like Phantom again. From the Turkey community, and Phantom's now in the IRL game, killing it with his Phantom tax and his I was about to say his buffets and his mukbangs. Shout out to bro. Overall, Inside season 2, 8 out of 10, really good show. Shout out to the Sidemen, shout out to the contestants, shout out to Senna, PK, and Maya walking out with 97K. That's fire. Really good season. Oh yeah, and quickly I gotta mention the whole reunion at the end where PK and Mandy get into it. BK says she has a botched BBL when she gets at him. Thankfully at the end they made up and hugged it out, but Jesus Christ, the toxicity was at an all-time high there. They, like everybody else, just like says why they voted for some people out and things of that nature, and they like open up, go behind the curtain, and Cinna opens up while she was crying, and like the Toby and the production were helping her out with all of that, because you could see it was really getting to her when she had to eliminate Whitney. It's all the conversation that they had about eliminating people, just everything. The reunion was really good. It just put a nice bow on the whole entire show. Yeah. But other than that, y'all, that is the video. So down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. It's me, boy John. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.